Juventini, welcome back to the Juve Corner Cast, everybody. It is the day after, and it's a late day after, actually. But hey, is Juventus back in the Scudetto race? We'll get right into that right now. But I am joined by Angelo, man. What's happening?
Nothing much, man. It's good to be back on the pod. Been like we spoke off stream. It's been a crazy week for me. So glad was able to we could arrange the time and our schedules could align to do the podcast tonight.
Yeah, no, and no, I mean, finally, getting the podcast going again. It took a little bit of a few days off, but we ended up winning against Verona, after, our disastrous watch along that we had, remember, with against Empoli. But hey, I think that finally we did see some improvements in the Verona game. I talked about it yesterday with the chat. I talked about it with a couple other people that I know. Who knows? Could this be really the turning point after all this chaos that's really happened with this Juventus side? Now Juventus only within -6 of Inter right now in first place. I mean, who would have thought that this Juventus would actually be possibly back in the Scudetto race? Like, I was in shock myself. But what are your thoughts about the whole thing as a whole? It's so confusing to me, but I want to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean we're still holding that fourth position. So not only we're in reach for the Scudetto, but we're also holding that Champions League spot. So that's definitely a positive to take from all this negative that has came our way this season. But
Yeah.
I mean, it is still a little punch in the stomach that we lost to Empoli to not bring home that potential silverware there. I don't know. I feel like the Scudetto is still something that's not leaning in our favor. I don't think it's real. I think if we pull that off, that would definitely be a phenomenal turnaround, which I'd love to see. But I don't know if that's going to happen, which is
Yeah.
crazy to say, even though we still are in the race for it.
Yeah.
It's still a
Yeah.
possibility. I mean, we're at 50, we have 52 points. Inter has 58 points, and Atalanta, who's ahead of us in third, has 55. So, and Napoli, who's in second, has 57. So it's all right there. I mean, we have to be careful though. You don't want Lazio creeping up because they still do have 50 points. They're 2 points behind us. So it's not like there's a big difference between those teams. I mean, it's really anyone's grab from first place to fifth. To be honest, it's anyone's game.
Yeah, no, and I was just looking at like a lot of the top, tough schedules actually for all the other teams, including, we actually have not, we have a decent type of schedule. I mean, we have Atalanta right after now, like next weekend, and that's going to really be I think, the determine, like, if we're actually going to really be able to challenge for the Scudetto, we would have to really, I think, win against Atalanta because, we need to pass them somehow. And this is it. This is really the game to do it. And hey, I hope we can keep this momentum. We'll talk about the sorry, voice crack. But no, we could talk about the I just want to talk about the Coop Miners. Coop Miners dilemma, because there's a lot of things that going around with Coop Miners, this and that. You know, um,
I would like to add one thing though before we go into that.
yeah,
If you if you look at the standings, if we win three, 2 or 3 out of the 13 games we drew,
yeah,
we're in first place.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
If it's
No, and
if it's
but
two,
the teams above have to drop points as well. You know what I mean?
no,
And
no,
that's what
I'm
I'm saying.
saying no, I'm saying like like if you look at the standings, we have 13 draws. In a
Yeah,
different reality where we hold that we only lose one game and take 2 or 3 of those games that we tied and we change those to wins with the standings that all the other with the records all the other teams have right now, we're in first place.
yeah,
If you look at that, because I
yeah.
mean we're right there with 13 ties, one loss. If you take 2 or 3 of those ties and you put them towards wins, we're in first place. It's no questions asked. We're
Yeah.
we're right there for that Scudetto. So I mean that's what's really crazy about that. But I just wanted to add that before we move on from the standings.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's anyone's game, you know. it all depends on if this Juventus can keep the consistency. We've been always saying this since the beginning about consistency, but in the league, it's 5 wins in a row. So we're out of all the major competitions now. This is our chance. This is our probably one of our only chances, I think, to really focus and to maybe clinch the Scudetto. Because you have to also remember this, the Inter side is actually an aging team. They're not the same Inter as last season. We know that they stumble in tough moments, especially because they're playing multiple competitions as well. And hey, I think that it could really, take part in maybe Juventus winning the Scudetto this season. But like I said, they would have to keep playing in those major competitions. Um, Even though obviously I hope for them to go out and also mostly just bottle them, you know but Juventus, I think in terms of this, we need to just take it one game at a time now. We're versing Atalanta now next, especially at home. This is an important match because I think it's Inter versus Lazio, and then it's Napoli Fiorentina. So this is, I think, I'm not sure. Wait, let me see. I'm pretty sure it's Lazio Inter or I'm not sure. Wait, give me a second. Um, I think so,
On
right?
on Saturday, March 8th, it's Inter Monza.
It's Inter Monza. Okay. No, I know there's somewhere that I think Inter had to verse Lazio, if I'm not mistaken. Um, I think that the week after. I'm not sure.
No, 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 not the week after. They don't play them till I believe the May 18th.
Oh, okay. Then I was way off. Wow. So then I think it's us. We verse
They
Atalanta, and then it's Fiorentina.
on the 16th after the next Serie A game for Inter after Monza is Atalanta.
Atalanta. Okay. Yeah, no, like I said, it could be up for grabs. I think for any team. Inter have, I think, the tougher schedule. Napoli is like right now they're in tough situation because they've been dropping a lot of points. You know,
Yeah.
Atalanta is still up and down as well.
There
But it's
Napoli's
it's
next
definitely
Napoli plays
yeah,
Fiorentina on the 9th.
yeah, yeah. No,
That's
it's
their
definitely it's definitely different. I think in terms of that. Um, I'm just trying to see how because this Juventus, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. Against they have to verse. I think Monza, right? If they lose against Monza, Inter, who knows? We would have to really beat Atalanta in order to really be the Scudetto challenger. But hey, we're there. But I'm not. I'm still not convinced. People are saying that we're gonna win the Scudetto, this and that. Listen, there's a belief, but I'm not believing yet until just give me like a month. I would say give me at the end of March, and then I'll tell you if we're really gonna challenge for the Scudetto or not. Because this Juventus is just too inconsistent. Um,
it's
you
flipping a
know,
coin with them.
it's just yeah, it's and not just that, but with Thiago Motta putting the wrong players in the wrong positions, which I do want to get your opinion about Thiago Motta lately. And well, actually, you know what? Let's get into that. What is your opinion about Thiago Motta lately, and what do you think that he needs to probably improve on in the next game against Atalanta for sure? So, what do you think?
I think I think the key thing there is like you said, playing the guys in the right position, managing managing the substitutions better. I mean, like that's I feel like he's just making most of the time he's making the same mistake over and over again.
Yeah,
I think that's what's so frustrating to us um spectators is that we're watching the we're watching the same thing play out week after week because it's the same mistake. I mean, I don't really know how many times we can stress it where it's like, dude, like if we've always said like we're picking this up, how is like the the other coaches around him and the analysis team not realizing like the issue it's 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 the same issue over and over again. It's the timing and the choices for the substitutions. That's
Yeah.
that's I feel the majority of the issue. And then also you don't really have a set lineup. So that's
Mhm.
another thing. The team isn't comfortable with the way players are in each position because you keep changing it. There's no chemistry 100% because you have you're changing things week after week, so no one's getting to understand. So just say, okay, you have way at fullback. You've been starting to play him there. So I'm just using this as an example. You have a player like that. You look at his ability. He's more, I say, of a physical player. He's got some good strength. He's got more speed. He's not as technical as you'd say as Kefren Turam, or just say or you say, okay, we'll use Kefren Turam. He's not as technical, not as crafty on the ball. Kefren Turam good with the ball at his feet, can pick passes out. That's he, Way is not like that. So you have to evaluate each player, and when you keep changing them, when you put, just say you put Way at fullback and you move someone else to another area, you have to give them time to understand the player's strengths in that role. If you don't do
Yeah.
that, then the team's never going to understand that, and then you don't know how you're not going to be able to utilize these players to their full advantage because no one knows how they play, how each
Yeah.
other plays. So it's pretty much like you're doing the basic things that pretty anyone can do, but you're not able to exploit the other team with the person's advantages like over. So if you don't know, say Wea has some pace, and you keep, say, playing him in tight situations and maybe not letting him run after a ball, then you're not getting the best out of him.
Yeah.
If you see Wea overlapping and going down the line, you want to put that ball into space where you could run on time. So that's how you get the best out of the players. Right now, you keep changing it, so no one has that comfortability and the chemistry to say, yeah, no, we know how each player likes the ball played. We know how they're gonna play this position. You keep moving people, so now they they have no idea. They're just going through the motions each game.
Yeah. Exactly. No, and I 100% agree with you. And you're having Kefren Turam, which he's been, I think, one of the best players for this Juventus. And look who is here. Look who is here, everybody.
What
There you
is
go.
up, everybody? What is up?
What is happening, Sev?
What's going on?
Not much, not much. My guy is now in the AJC family.
AJC.
Yep, there you go. What's going on,
de
Sev?
nessuno.
W in the chat, guys. W in the chat.
What's
Sev
going
has
on?
entered the building, everybody. We have to. Oh, Sev, there's a lot of things to talk about, my friend. There's a lot of things to talk about.
Yeah, I'm
Lots
catching
of things.
this. I'm catching this late. I'm just getting home. But yeah, I don't want
Yeah,
to.
no, what?
I don't want to break the vibe that you guys had going. So let me just keep going in.
Okay. No, I mean, we were just talking about how Kefren Turam, and we're trying to see how Motta for next game against Atalanta can really improve in terms of trying to get more of a reaction out of this team, because we've seen this team up and down, versus a PSV which got destroyed today. Um and an Empoli side which is we really should have beat Empoli, man. It was really embarrassing, especially for us, because we did a watch along, and it was just terrible.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe what I was watching.
Well, all right. So we all watched the Verona game, right?
Yeah.
And the Verona game, it makes you happy. It makes you so fucking like, holy shit, this is what this team can actually put together. This is what this team can actually put together. And fucking Melvin. My issue is, like, how many points out of all those draws that we lost?
I
Draws
just
that
said
I'm
that.
sorry. How many points
Yeah.
did we lose out of all those draws that we would be literally like probably like 4 or 5 points up in this?
Gio, did I not just say that 5 minutes
Oh,
ago?
Yeah. No. You're good, Seb. Hey, Seb, you
No,
not
no,
you.
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
sorry,
Seb,
Andrew, if
no, Seb,
I,
no, not at all. I'm saying that that's crazy how we just thought on the exact same page. I'm saying I agree 100% with what you said because I was just telling Gio that I go, if you take 2 or 3 of those wins, I mean those draws, and you change them to wins, I go, win first place.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I don't think that. I let me put it this way. How many draws was there total?
13.
Okay,
13
13.
draws, one loss.
Cut the
Yeah.
13 in half. 6.5. Let's
Oh,
just say
6.5. Yeah.
6.5. You're actually up, and they'd be behind us. Inter and Napoli would literally be behind us. And
Yeah.
this is what drives me insane. Where it's like, oh God, we were talking about this on the AJC live the other day. Like, oh, can you imagine?
Yeah. Oh, I think your mic cut out.
What's crazy is that I can still understand exactly what he's saying.
Yeah. Wait.
I just
Wait,
still
Seth.
understand. Your mic cut out, but I understood exactly what you just said. It's just funny.
Oh man. Oh no, Seth, no. All right. He'll join right back, everybody. But no. I mean, I can exactly understand what he was saying. It was just a bit. Big up to Zero Talks, bro. Big up Ahmed, bro. Big up, man. What's going on?
No, but Gio, isn't that funny though? That like we were just, especially like that. I just told you exactly what Sev was saying
Yeah. What's going on,
about
Seth?
that.
Sorry, I lost you guys.
Yeah.
No, we're saying
No,
your
no.
your mic cut out, and we and Gio knew exactly
Exactly
what you
you're
were
saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but no, I mean this team, like I said, we would be above this Inter and Napoli side, and even Atalanta as well. You know, it's not like I said, this
and it would
team,
be
you know,
by
we
a good
have
amount of
talent.
points.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, we have talent, guys. We have talent, but I think it's just we don't know how to use it the proper way. And this is what's really killing Juventus this season. You know, and it's the mentality that's one. We've definitely lost that grinta. We definitely lost that Juventinita. You know, can we get that back? Let's see what happens. You know, I really want something to happen in that department. You know, because we need some sort of leadership, Seth. We need leadership. There's no leadership in this team. And it sucks because it's like you got rid of Danilo, which in my opinion was a mistake. You should have at least let him go in the summer, you know, because he's a guy that has the experience. He's won a lot. You know, he's won a Scudetto. He knows what the winning mentality is. Why not just use him for just the locker room?
I,
You
I
know what I mean?
also I also said this. I wanna get your thoughts on this, Sev. Um, this is what I said to Gio moments before you joined. I said we have the very similar conversation about what Motta's gone wrong with, and I go about the different substitutions, the choices of when he's doing it, and the players that he's putting in. But I go, there hasn't been a set of like roster where it's like the team has gotten a strong understanding of each player in their role. So I go, you haven't been able to utilize players to their full advantage. Yeah, they all know how to play the game at a high level, of course, but the way you're going to win games is by utilizing their individual advantages against the other team. Like I used Weah for example. You're not you don't if you see Weah and there's space in front of him to go down the line because he's been currently playing as a fullback. He's a new fullback for Juventus. You don't want to play way at the feet. You want to let him run onto the ball. You want him to use his speed and his athleticism there. That's where you get the best out of him is that he's going to be able to get in behind and potentially put in a cross. You don't want to put the ball on his foot when there's two guys surrounding him and you're expecting him to use his technical ability to get out of that. That's not why you're putting Way at fullback. You're put opposed to having Kefren Turam in the midfield, where that's his ability, his technical ability, his ability on the
Mhm.
ball to play out of tight areas, complete little slip through passes, even dribble if he has to. So the thing is that this team, I feel, has not been able to utilize the advantages of their teammates because each week you're moving players in different spots that for some of them are it's not even their main position, so you don't even know how they like to play that spot. And and two, the team, if even if they are in, you're making adjustments here or there, and you're not getting it set where there's not a full understanding of the chemistry of how this team wants to go. So
Mm.
that's I feel is a huge thing. But I just wanted to get your thoughts on what I just said there.
Ange,
If you agree or
oh, I 100% agree, Ange. You nailed so many points there where, okay, so it's not a secret. I wasn't a big Weah fan. I
Mm.
wasn't. I wasn't. I wasn't a Weah fan as a winger. Ever since Cabal got hurt and who's the other fullback that we had going for a while?
Savona.
Somebody Savona. Okay. Weah is basically found lightning in a bottle in that fullback role, in my opinion. Where I don't like him as a wingback, but as a fullback, he's been really fucking good. Like the last 5 or 6 games, he's been really good. And why he's been so good is that he links up well with the winger that's in front of him. So whether it would be Cambiaso, I mean not Cambiaso, Conceição, or whether it be Yildiz, whether it be Nico, whoever it is, wherever they're playing, right or left, whatever it is, his link up play with the winger in front of him has been really good. Now, what makes him a good fullback is the fact that he tracks back so fucking good on counters and stuff like that. Plus, he's got the creativity on the attack to do stuff with the wingers and stuff like that. The only thing that bothered me about Weah was that he wasn't creative enough as a winger to take his man on as much as I want him to. Like, he doesn't take him on. He's always passing back. He's always doing this. That being as it said, Ange, to your point, I think that what Motta was able to do with Weah is that he was able to find something in him where the fullback role kind of like made him blow up a little bit, if that makes any sense. Like, it made him like gave him creativity because it's not dependent on him to create the whole play as a winger. You know what I mean? Like, he could link up with the winger and be like, okay, let's do this. My only issue, and that's the only thing I'll counter you with, is that I cannot stand Nico on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Nico on the left side just doesn't work. Like, it doesn't work. He looks like he's always falling. He's always making a mess out of things.
Yeah.
As great as yesterday was, Nico was the one thing that bothered me about yesterday. And I know we're like cutting corners here and we're like, oh, okay. We played an amazing game, bro. Like, everybody played. Aside from Nico, everybody was fire yesterday. Except I just didn't like Nico's. I don't know. Like, he's always falling. He's always trying to draw fouls and penalties, and he's a mess and everything. Like, Nico is the only one that bothered me yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. And I feel, I'm not saying you got to eliminate making changes. Obviously, the ones that you need to make the change for, do it. But I'm saying, like, the drastic ones that we're making on a weekly basis, there's got to be some sort of foundation that we're going in with. And then you make the little switches based on performances in practice or in previous matches. I would like to say, Sev, how you were saying about him being the lightning, way of being the lightning in the bottle. I would like to say, I feel that also is working too, because he was he was playing as a former winger. So he understands what that winger in front of him wants and how he's going to shift. So that makes that link up play more fluid because he understands the role of that player in front of him. And it just happens to be that he's understanding that fullback role as well.
Yep.
But that's
you guys have better memory than me. When he was playing in the French league, and what was he on Lille? Was he on Lille?
Yeah, he was on Lille. Yeah.
What position did he play there mostly? Was he a winger or a fullback?
Fullback. No, he was a fullback. Yeah.
Because I've actually seen him on the U.S. team, on the national team. He was playing as like a second striker sometimes. He was playing like all over the place. And that'll bring me to my next point. I don't know if you guys touched on this yet, but guys, McKennie, like super utility man, super like
so versatile. Yeah, he's so versatile. He's so versatile.
I don't like him playing the 10. But if this prick Motta refuses to put Yildiz as a 10, And Gio, how many times have I said it on your channel? McKennie's not a 10. He's not a 10.
No, I've been saying the
He's not.
same thing.
He's
I've been
not a
saying
10.
the same thing, Sev. I'm telling you, it's just like I cannot believe that this guy Motta hasn't figured out. And literally, the kid has the number 10 jersey. Like, how hard is it to actually
Yeah.
just plug him into the 10 role? It's just
Yeah.
I don't understand that, you know. And one thing I have to say, and I disagree with only one player I didn't really actually two players I didn't really like on the pitch. Definitely Nico Gonzalez, we can all agree on, but I didn't really like Locatelli. I don't know what it was.
Oh,
I didn't like
you're
Locatelli.
crazy.
I didn't like Locatelli.
Oh, you're
I don't know why.
dude.
You
I
know
think
why?
Locatelli
Because
had the game of one
nah,
of the
you
games
know,
of the year, man.
nah, you know why I said Locatelli? Because there was so many opportunities where I think he could have just like bang it, but he doesn't have it. He doesn't have that, that technical ability to like shoot. You know what I mean? Because if he did
Well,
this guy was shooting, it was going over the bar, and I'm like,
well,
come on.
I will say this, Gio. I've never seen Loca play that far up since being on Juventus. Like he used to do that with Sassuolo years ago.
I know he has it in himself, but
He
the thing
does.
is, he hasn't done it
You
enough to
know, you
convince
know
me.
who, you know who messed up Locatelli, right? You know who it was, right?
Well, I don't. I'm guessing maybe Allegri. Of course.
Allegri put such a defensive mindset in this guy. Like I don't know what it is. I couldn't. That was one of the reasons why I couldn't stay. I wanted Allegri out is because I felt like he just ruined the player. Like he ruined him.
Yeah. Oh, this is a good comment.
No, I did not like Coop yesterday.
Even though he scored?
No,
even though he scored?
Guys, Coop has to prove a lot. Him scoring that little touch goal, like the way it was, he was set up perfectly for it. Yes, he finished it well. Near side, the way he did it was a nice shot, but he still comes in and just doesn't look. He looks lost to me.
Yeah, he doesn't look lively. He doesn't look like that.
He doesn't look like
there.
he's in control. He doesn't look like.
I don't think this is the team for him at all. I really don't.
I kind of agree with you, Ange.
Yeah, no,
I just
I
don't think this is the team. I mean, we've tried him in the pivot. We've tried him. He's played 10 multiple times.
Yep.
I mean, I just think sometimes like things don't work out for players. I mean, at Atalanta, it was a completely different player.
Well, I think it was a different player because the way that he adapted. No, but the thing though is that because the coach adapted with the players. That's what I'm saying. Motta does not know how to do that. Not yet. Maybe in a year or two, finally we could see something like getting because we can see that with Gasperini nowadays. This is why I was actually if Gasperini were to come to Juve, I wouldn't mind so much because I think that he could revive a lot of the dead wood in our team. And Douglas Luiz, you want to talk about a flop? I think Douglas Luiz has been big flop. Bigger than Coop Miners, I think, in my opinion.
We were all talking about this in the chats and stuff with Douglas Luiz. The thing with Douglas Luiz that's making me a little bit antsy is this guy's never been hurt. Like with Aston Villa, I don't know where he was before that, but if you look at his career, he was never this injury prone. Yeah. And he comes here and it's like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, what's going on here? Something's going on here where it's like.
Do you think that could be a problem from the Juventus side, where it's maybe the intensity on the trainings or the treatment in the medical staff? Because I mean, it's not just him. I mean, we've faced so many injuries this year.
Right.
From a guy who was never injured comes to this team, and now he's facing injuries like you've never seen before. So is that the individual, or is that the
who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? Yeah. Like, look at it. It's just like it's on a weekly thing. Gio, all of these guys that we watch, Berto, all these guys, they do their daily shows and they do the news, and it's like every day it's somebody new. And it's like, what the hell is happening? Do they go into J Medical and just like what is it?
Hey,
Bro,
I mean, listen,
where
I don't
is-
know what it is.
Where is Milik? Does anybody know where Milik is?
He's enjoying
You
a
might
nice
as well.
beach.
Like, seriously?
He's on an island stranded for like
Dude,
20 years. I'm telling you.
I've been saying, you want to talk about a dude that was stranded that freaking got the greatest paycheck from Juventus? I say Arthur Melo was the greatest businessman.
There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
Was the greatest businessman. I mean, collected money. You never saw anything from him. Never had to worry about injuries and nothing, dude. He was never saw the pitch. He was getting a few million, and where was he? Just chilling. I was like that. You know what? Didn't do anything for the team, but you look at him as a businessman and his agency. You're like, hold up, these people
Yep.
are geniuses. You're like, that's that's phenomenal network in there. I mean, but yeah, I mean that's like those are people like that's just unnecessary spending for this team.
Yeah. No, exactly, man. And that's what I don't get.
I don't get it anymore. I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, I think that this game against Verona, it puts you in a mindset of you're super happy with the win, and then you're like, cool, are we getting this against Atalanta on Sunday? Are we going to be in third place? Are we going to be 3 points out of fucking first? Because where was this? Where was this? And
Yeah.
that's what drives us all insane, and it makes me drink. Because I'm like, what is happening? What is happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, they didn't stop. After that first half, I know you guys felt the same way. After that first half, the way they kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and that goalie, by the way, had the freaking game of his life.
Yep.
In that first half. And I'm like, okay, cool. This is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Okay, we're going to. Now, I was completely convinced at halftime. All right. That's it. That was our first. That was our. Because we're so used to just having one half all season. Like, that's it. But this was one of the first games that I've seen this year where they played all 90 minutes, pounding and pounding and pounding. And that's what was like the saving grace for me, like with this team. Like I was like, holy shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is that because of the Empoli game, Coppa Italia? With all the mess that happened with the Curva and all these guys like getting on them, Motta freaking like,
Yeah, it was crazy because even the ultras, like I saw a video of the ultras insulting Motta, and I was like, wow.
Yo,
Like,
they
but the thing is,
on the line.
but the thing is, they never did that with Allegri. They never did that with Allegri. That's for sure.
No.
But that's the thing, listen, I think that with Motta, one thing I have to say, there's a lot of good stats. There's a lot of good stats because look at the team. He has half a team. We lost a lot of our best players in terms of the back line. Bremer is definitely, I think, was the loss of the season. I think with Bremer, Sev, first place was, I think, would be a guarantee. In my opinion, I think we would be in first place. I really think so.
Yeah,
I would make it. I think so.
Easy with that one. Easy with that one.
I think so, Sev. You know why I say that? Because whenever Bremer was playing, I'm telling you, I was not afraid of anybody scoring against us.
We weren't finishing.
No, but the thing is,
thank you.
Now we are. We're finally starting to win games. But that's what I'm saying.
But if we're
the
not
last
doing it before, then you're not gonna win.
No, but the thing is, I think that with Bremer as well, because Bremer was a general in the back. We all knew that. He was the general. He was the guy that commanded everything in the back. If you not know, everything that started from the build-up play was from Bremer, if we all remember. All the build-up play started with Bremer. Before he got injured.
I don't need my center backs for build-up. I don't buy into that. What I buy into is, and I've had this argument with so many people. We are the least. I think it's the least amount of goals given up in Serie A right now.
Yeah, without Vega, without Bremer, without Cabal.
Exactly. So the Bremer thing to me, look, I get killed for this all the time. I Is he a game changer? 100%. He is by far, before he got hurt, the best center back in Serie A. I'm not going to argue that. But is that gonna change results of games? We're proving that it's not, because we've given up the least amount of goals in the league without him. So that's why I don't think that this season would have been that much different. I really don't.
Yeah. Oh.
Good night, guys. Good night. Good night, guys.
There he
Yeah,
is.
ciao Severino, bye bye. A casa, vai via, vai, vai, vai. You
now
guys
we
hear
got
me?
some fire in the room. Yeah. What's going on, Reno?
Not bad. Just let me know because I'm in my room. Sometimes the internet doesn't work, so just let me know. So far so good. I'm good. Just try to tune in to see what you guys have to say. So
Yeah, no, we were just talking about, Juventus and Verona. We were talking about, what's going on with Motta, of course. We're just talking about like the whole big deal with especially against now we're versus,
Ultras.
now the Ultras, the -6, stuff like that. We're -6 from Inter.
Reno, well, let's ask Reno what he thinks. Reno, do
Yeah.
you think that we would be any higher up the standings if Bremer was still here? Oh, we lost Reno.
I think we lost Reno.
maybe.
He said maybe. Yeah. I think your internet, yeah.
Reno, clock X out and then come back in.
Yeah.
So I would like to say though, I think if we had a legitimate 9 at the beginning, I think that's what would have been the biggest game changer, because we had no hold up play. So any long driven balls that were going directly into our 9s or long balls out of the air, Vlahovic was pretty much useless with that. So I think if we I think we had, like you said, we've given up the least amount of goals. So I think the 9 would have been that point where it could have put us over to reach that reach at the top of the table, which I feel that's it's shown that we haven't finished. But I think that having a 9 that's clinical, that knows how to move a back line and that has a hold up play, I think that would have been the difference.
But don't you think that Colomani has done that? I think ever since he came in, he's been our best striker.
But he wasn't there from the beginning. That's what I'm trying to say. Where the beginning, where we needed those games,
we know that
would have been the key
I'm
difference.
I'm kind of with Gio on this one, Ange. I have to tell you, I don't think that Dusan is our problem. Because it kind of shows you now that Colo is here, we're still not able to create.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, except for yesterday.
Yeah.
We're not able to create, and it's not like, yes,
Colo's
Dusan,
good, but he's not elite. He's not elite. He's good. He's solid, but you need an elite 9. A team like this needs that elite player to make that point of difference. We don't have that, and it's shown. We have.
I think that
we don't.
I think it was more a total forward thing, like the total thing. It wasn't just, and Reno on point is here for this. I don't think it was just Dusan's fault. I think it was our attack in general.
Here we go.
I don't think it was just Dusan.
Oh, come on. It's been 3 years, please, Severino. The guy, he's not adapting Motta's system. He's not adapting Allegri's system. The coach from the Serbian team. The guy, it's not a Juventus caliber. Come on. Madonna mia the sky.
I'm just saying.
Don't look at me like that. I'm being honest. We played better without him. We witnessed yesterday.
I have to say, I'm sorry, but I have to disagree. I think Vlahovic is done. I think he's just not it for Juve. He's just not in for Juventus anymore, man. I just think
we need an elite player in that role. We don't have it. There's not an elite player.
But the thing is, with Vlahovic, Vlahovic was supposed to be the guy.
So cute. Okay, so cool. So you guys think that if we had Haaland in that role, you think that he would score that many more goals?
Haaland's not the elite player.
So who's the elite player?
You need a player that's technical. Haaland cannot play in the half space.
So give me a player.
if okay, I'll get. Do you want a current one? Because I could give you a pass play if you had someone just say, of course, like Zlatan who had that size. Because you're saying someone big like Haaland. If you had someone like that, or if you had someone like Suarez when he was at Liverpool, players that can navigate and handle that half space are crucial. That can
Higuain.
hold up.
Higuain. There you
Higuain,
go.
that's another great example. Those are elite players that can play in the half space, can hold up the ball, and can shift defenses with third man actions and all that. So that's really what you need, and can obviously finish, which is the crucial part of being at 9. Those are elite traits, and I feel, I mean, Vlahovic should have been that for us, and was, like you said, Gio, was just not. Like that was the hope for him. But those are elite players that you look at their history, and you're like, that's a striker. That's someone you want in that 9 role.
Yeah, no, I mean, but with the 9, I think, like, if we talk about the current, I think to really go, I think after someone, I think that could definitely unlock play and unlock our wingers, especially. I think that would be maybe an Osimhen, maybe somebody like with that, because he's already won.
Cisco.
Or Sesko, exactly.
Yeah,
Thank you,
that's
Reno. Or
actually
Sesko. There you go. But that's the thing. We need somebody, I think, that has already, already tasted that victory, Reno. Reno and Sev. We need somebody like an Higuain, like you said. Yeah, no, we need somebody.
That's what I said.
Yeah, or like a Mandzukic. Let's not forget, Mandzukic was a prime example of that.
Severino, no, my shit, baby. This guy, when they insiste. Oh,
wait, Sev. I think. Wait, is your mic good?
Can you hear me?
he's not saying nothing. Is he doing on purpose, or even is his internet not working?
I don't know.
I think it's his internet.
I can hear him.
We can't hear. We don't.
No, I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Can't hear you, bro.
I thought he was messing with us.
Oh boy.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, no, I thought it was just me. I thought
Between
he
me,
was
the internet not working. This guy, the microphone is not working. What?
Now I just see Sev's thumb.
These
Hold on,
connections, man. Madonna mia.
Yeah, I got it. Hold on. There we go.
Yeah.
There you go, Sev.
Yeah, I wasn't hearing you guys. I heard what Angelo was saying. My issue is more of, I don't think that there is a striker in the world that would do much better. I don't.
I'll let Reno and Gio take this one, because this is what they were just saying while you cut
Oh,
out.
man.
I'll let them. They actually.
What? Besides,
their-
look, guys. I think that obviously he had those really bad misses. He's had that stuff, and I think that the only reason why that's being watched is because he's making $12 million a year. If he was making $4 million a year, you guys wouldn't have done that. You wouldn't have been on him as much as you are. If this guy was making $5 million,
I would be on it no matter what. I'll be on him too. I'm sorry, bro.
Sorry.
No,
Okay, but guys, what is Colomwani?
Sorry,
done?
man.
What is Colomwani?
What do you mean? What has he done? He's done, I think,
But
way
he scored
more.
at least.
He's
done way more than him.
I think he's done way
Come on,
more.
bro.
Guys, he was non-existent in that game yesterday. Non-existent.
Oh, but the other games. How many games have Vlahovic was in existing? Come on,
Right.
man.
That's my point. It's not the striker problem. It's the midfield and the wingers.
Every year the same
I
story.
don't know.
Last year was Allegri. Now it's the midfield. And what Santa Casulade? Hey, man, Sant'Antonio. Come on. Let's be
Guys,
real, man.
Big up, Brendan.
Like I said, has Vlahovic been perfect? Not at all. He's missed a lot of stupid goals that he should have had, but that's not our issue. There's bigger things here. And the fact that this team cannot create, yesterday they did, and that's it. How many goals this year has Vlahovic had that you never would?
Your mic is not working. Sorry, Severino.
Dude,
Sir?
we're not messing with you. We can't hear you.
No,
We
we're
can't
not.
hear you.
Okay.
We're not messing with you. We can't hear you.
Yeah, this guy just yo, this
We missed
me. Yeah, no,
You-
Sev.
Sev cut out when he said about after Vlahovic's chances. Correct. That's why I lost
guess
him.
I don't know. I don't
That's
know
right.
because he's playing
No, Sev.
at Nakatsada, and that's why the microphone stopped.
Yeah. Sev, you there?
Oh boy.
Allora. Sev, are you there?
He can hear us.
Does he have his audio connected yet?
Don't know.
I have no idea.
Minka, it never did that with his mic. Never did that.
Maybe it's the connection.
Maybe.
I have no idea, boys.
Nah, but allora with Vlahovic. I tell you, Vlahovic. Listen, that guy is like a rompiti coglioni, man. This guy deserves to be out. I'm telling you, out
I don't know,
and out
man.
and out.
He's gonna be out, either Severino like it or not. He's gonna be out, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's all I.
Yeah,
know.
no, it's just with
I respect
Vlahovic,
his
it's just the same
decision.
thing. Yeah, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. You know,
So I don't
like
know,
I said,
boys.
with Severino, I know like that he would say, hold on, let me just until he comes back. But he would say, oh, Vlahovic has done, scored the the crazy goals, and then he misses the easy ones. I don't know. I for me, Vlahovic not consistent enough, and there he is.
Yeah.
Sev.
I'm trying to figure this all out.
Yeah.
How do I sound now? Is it good?
Yeah.
You sound good. You sound good. Yeah.
You actually sound better now than you did before. This is like
All
more
right.
clear audio.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
you guys are all
Vlahovic.
crazy with Dusan. You guys are all crazy.
What do you mean we're all
whatever.
crazy? Come on.
You guys are all crazy.
on. Okay.
Yeah,
So
you're
tell
always
me.
right,
So tell
Severino.
me.
That's okay. Fine.
Okay. Wait, Seth. So
Whatever.
tell
Yeah.
me when Vlahovic changed a game. Tell me. I think the only game that he really, played decently was that Gaetti match. But it's Gaetti. But I think that's the only game that he really played, I think, decent. And
Wait, what do you
That's
mean?
right.
What do you mean change? What do you mean change the match?
like in terms of being the guy to score and to win you the game, to be the man of the match as like the striker in terms of the front.
Did Kolo Muani change the game yesterday for us?
No, but you look at Como, you look at so many of these other games he scored, and he scored a brace, I think, in his his second game.
Yeah. Do you want to know how many times Dusan did that?
Minka, but that's irrelevant because it's 3 years that this guy has been with us, or 4.
No,
now.
I'm talking
3 or
about this
4.
year. Just this year. I'm not talking about last
He
year
didn't
without
do that
Leggy.
much this year. He
Sev,
didn't do that much since
say it
Malta.
so that the viewers understand if they don't know. Say it for the podcast. How many times? I'm saying it so strictly the viewers here can understand this conversation, this debate we're having.
How many times what?
How many times you're saying that he changed the game? I'm saying share it for the
I don't.
viewers.
That's my point. I don't think that either one of them changed the game. So I don't understand why you guys are grading Dusan on such a lower level than you are Kolo Muani. Kolo Muani had his first 3 or 4 games where because he scored and he did a couple of. They're different strikers. They're different style strikers. But I guarantee you, if you put Holland on this team, he's going to do the exact same thing as Vlahovic. Exactly the same.
Holland's not the player for this team that we need. Holland wouldn't be the player for this.
Right.
For this style.
So you're on the thing. You want like a Xerxes type. You want like a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Why, in this perfect scenario that we have right now, the best thing would be Kolo Muani as a winger and Dusan as a striker. That's the best scenario. And
for what we have.
But we
right
did
now.
it against Empoli, though. We did that against Empoli. It didn't work.
It did, but it didn't. Like, it was weird the way they did it because.
Well, we lost. We lost.
I mean,
But the whole team sucked.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
But even him, Mr. PK. Come on, Seth. I know the whole team stuff.
I don't care about the
Rui.
PK. I don't
Well,
care.
but
So did
a
Gilden.
lot of misses. That game, yes,
Well,
tudo
yeah, that
eu
was a
se
lot of
pela
mistakes. That was
cacada,
a lot of
Tony
mistakes.
Gildas.
eu did a fatena cacada, yes, but which I even missed before the PK.
No.
I'm gonna say this.
Okay, whatever, Severino.
I'm gonna,
You do me. Vlahovic, Susana a casa. Basta.
I'm gonna say it.
He's out this summer, and that's it.
taking
He can go play Red Star at the Serpent and team, his old team. He can go play there.
I'm saying taking the goals away like from chances that he missed. I'm saying just from ball at his feet, ball in the air, coming into him as the target man. He's done a poor job. I think we could all agree. When he's had a man on his back receiving the ball and having to hold it up for our players to come underneath for support, he's done a poor job with that. Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
Okay,
Correct.
so you get that more, you get that much more than you do with chances on goal. And if you can't have that, you can never mount a real attack without getting lucky off a random counterattack. You have to have a 9 as a threat, even if he doesn't get the ball, but as a player that you have to watch out for. I feel they haven't had to look over their shoulder and watch for Vlahovic or play tight on his back, because every time the ball has came into him, it's been a heavy touch and it's been turned over majority of the time. So you have to, as a striker, you have to be a man on their watch list that can not only receive it on their back, but his movements are going to be creating space for wingers or the 10 to be making a supporting run into that space. He hasn't done that.
And you don't think that Vlahovic creates space. You don't think that Vlahovic draws defenders.
Not in a threatening way, no. Because if you did
I
on mid,
disagree.
Where does Vlahovic break the lines? That's my question. When do we ever see Vlahovic break the lines? When do we ever see
I'll
Vlahovic
tell you
go
one
in
thing.
behind the back line? When do we ever see him do a run like that? This guy, I see him. He's like jogging. It's like everything is right, but when the time is right, you need to go. But the thing is, he doesn't have the speed. In my opinion, he doesn't have the speed, and this is why when you
can't
compare
handle the pressure at Juventus, that's the
No,
problem.
but Reno, but my point is when Sev, when you said that a Haaland wouldn't work, I disagree on that. I think that he could really work because of his physicality, and he's got the speed to really, I think, push defenders off.
Haaland has the speed?
What do you mean? I think way more than Vlahovic, that's for sure. This guy has more. Oh, come on, Sev.
He scored more goals than
Come
Vlahovic in
on.
the Premier League, Severino. Let's
In the
be
Prem.
real, man.
In the Prem,
In the
Sev.
Prem. We're
Nah,
not talking about Serie A here.
I don't think
disagree,
Haaland
guys.
would work for Juventus. I don't
Okay.
think Haaland would work for Juventus. I think he's.
Why
He
don't
wouldn't.
you say that he has perfect hold up play though? This guy would really, I think, change in terms of that
But
creativity.
he can't play the half space. He can't play the half space, and that's so
But
crucial.
Okay,
the thing is, Angelo, he goes in behind of the back line, and guess what? He creates that. He creates
I
those
think-
runs.
I think
If you play
Angelo
ti-
makes a
if you play
really
tight up, look how many times when Haaland has been having to play tight he can't play tight spaces. With a man tight on him, he can't play. He needs space. And if you close that, you eliminate Haaland. You eliminate him completely. You
Yep.
need a player that
Yeah, but
can-
we're comparing. No, but we're comparing with Vlahovic. That's what I'm saying. We're comparing with Vlahovic. The same thing goes with Vlahovic. Then the same thing goes with Vlahovic.
That's what I'm saying. I go Vlahovic. Vlahovic has.
Okay,
a
Who do
so
you think has a chance? But who do you think has a chance of actually maybe knocking the defender off and maybe creating something? Because I think that Haaland has the best chance of doing that because of his physicality and not just that, but his hold up play. I think
Yeah,
you can.
he
really
knocks
do
him
something.
off, and then it's a foul. They call a foul.
What do you mean it's
Yeah.
a foul? Come on.
I don't think
Haaland.
If he knocks a guy
guys.
off like that, you're Haaland's big, but you're not just knocking a guy off. If you hit him to a certain degree,
Thank you, man.
where you foul him, it's gonna be a foul. Look, I don't think Haaland works. Haaland is
he doesn't.
he
he
does
doesn't,
not work
and-
at Juventus.
Okay, so here's my point, and I think that Angelo is really onto something here. Under the system of Motta needs a power fast forward, like a guy who's going to come back in on the ball, he's a ball playing striker. Haaland is not a ball playing striker. Dusan is not a ball playing striker. He needs a guy like Kolomuani or who's the guy Xerxes, who these guys are fast on their feet. They could go back and forth. They could play.
Yeah.
They could take a man on. They have speed. They can move out to the wing if they need to move out to the wing. If somebody moves up, I think that's what Angelo's point is. And I
Yeah.
think that neither Dusan or Holland are these
Exactly.
people. They're not. That's not a Mota style player. They're not. All Dusan is and Holland is they're power strikers, which means they're gonna fight. They're gonna shoulder their way in and try to head a ball in or do a quick crisscross and get a shot off because they're bigger guys. That's their type of play. Like a Lukaku is the same type. The only thing that Lukaku is actually weird at is that he's that big and he's able to do that, which is weird. It is weird when you see Lukaku
Yeah.
do it. Lukaku on Inter a few years
Yeah.
ago was amazing at it. Like
Yeah.
holding up two guys on his back, getting a pass off to his right, doing a 360, running up and able to do that. Like that's what Dusan is supposed to do. That's what Dusan did with Fiorentina. That's what he did. And I think that's what Angelo's point is.
Yeah.
Under Motta's system, where Motta relies so much on his wingers and fullbacks, that's his play. That's what he does. He relies on fullbacks and wingers to create. He doesn't rely on a 10 or he doesn't rely on a 9. He doesn't.
And I'll say this because I agree with you, Seb. How many real long balls have you seen our midfielders play like really breaking the lines through balls, going into the 9 winger on either side? How many really like where our midfielders picked it up and they just fizzed it across the ground, just into the
Yeah.
space where they picked it up and ran to any of those front three? How many times have you seen that?
It's hard to answer that because yesterday they fucking did that.
Yeah, well, they did
really
that.
did do that.
No, but I'm saying like throughout the season. I'm saying like
No.
we're
I
taking-
know you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
They don't do that, but yesterday they did, and I'm like, "Where's this coming from?" Like, I was
Exactly.
like,
And
Bro, that
one thing
dude
I
on
need to
goal-
notice. Yeah.
"That Duram goal." Sorry, Gio. Really quick, that Duram goal. If you watch the play coming back all the way from the midfield between Locatelli, between Cambiaso, everybody who built up that play, it was magical. It was. I was like, "This is Real Madrid." The way they played that. I was like, holy shit. Boom, 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 bomb. Like goal. Like it was just beautiful to watch. I mean, it was Verona, so let's take that with a grain of salt with their defense, but it was beautiful to watch. We don't normally do that. We don't do that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that Thuram goal. I watched it over again. I'm like, wow, did this team actually do that? Did this team actually start like playing like that? And hey, I was like in shock when that happened because it hasn't happened. And this is like the first time I saw that.
Yeah.
And that's why with Motta, the thing is, I always said he needs to adapt. He needs to adapt with the team. If he doesn't know how to adapt with the team, then I think he wouldn't be the right man for Juve to coach. But it's the same thing over and over. But let's see, like I said, this Atalanta game is going to be crucial. If we want to even dream about the Scudetto, we have to win against Atalanta and Fiorentina. Those are the two games that I think are a must win.
Well, our schedule is pretty friendly after that, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Those are, I think, the must wins. And after that, Roma. Listen, a lot of people are saying that Roma this, Roma that, but Roma, I think, has been one of the best teams in terms of getting the points.
They've been tough.
In terms of
You
getting
gotta
the
be
points.
careful.
So we have to be very careful with Roma, and then we're gonna end up versing Lazio at some point.
Again.
Which
You gotta be careful with Lazio
Lazio.
too.
Yeah, but guys, look at Atalanta's schedule.
Oh no,
They
I
don't-
know. Oh, I know.
They don't have a
yeah.
break at all. They don't have a
Nope.
break at all.
They play
Nope.
Inter, I think, coming up soon.
They
Yeah.
play. They
Well, they play
have
us.
a very, very tough schedule coming up.
They play us, and then I think after that it's Inter, if I'm not mistaken, and then it's something
Yeah,
like
I
with
think so.
Lazio. I think it's like with Lazio or something like that. But
Yeah, so I have it pulled up. So the next matches for them is obviously Juventus, then Inter, then Fiorentina, then Lazio, Bologna, and
Oof.
Milan.
Oof. Good luck.
I say those are their very tough upcoming matches, and those are week after week. That's not just like that's
You know what that
next
screams
week.
to me? That screams Juventus needs to be in third place. That screams that
Oh
to me.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
Let's
Yeah.
hope so.
yeah. No,
that.
third
That's
place is a
what that
must.
says to me.
But this is why I said, Sev, in terms, I think, of really solidifying ourselves into that top 4, into that maybe that solidifying ourselves into maybe top 3 or top 2. I'm not going to say Scudetto yet because we have to see. But
No, Scudetto, I'm
let's
so-
see.
No.
Listen,
Well,
I mean,
look,
not
top
yet,
4.
Reno. I mean, listen,
I don't
for me,
want to
not
get
yet.
I don't want to get ahead of it, but Inter is starting to show their unwillingness, not unwillingness, but like their the 2 or
Classic.
3 the 2 games a week is starting to get to them.
Yeah, it is.
Inzaghi is starting to show his stupidity with substitutions, which he's always had an issue with.
The Inzaghi effect.
Hey,
Yeah,
don't forget it.
exactly.
DiMarco is not going to be
Reno.
there. DiMarco is gone too, I think. DiMarco's
Right.
injured, if I don't remember.
What he does with
Yeah.
Bastoni, every
That's
single
bad.
fucking game, I don't understand what he does with that. Like, I saw a breakdown today that they said he took Bastoni out in the 68th minute. The other team scored 5 minutes later. The next week he takes Bastoni out. The other team scores 8 minutes late. Like it's literally like 5 games in a row. He takes Bastoni out and the other team scores instantly. Now, is that a coincidence? Probably, because I actually don't think Bastoni is that big of a deal, to be honest with you.
Right.
But
Yeah.
we all know his substitution fucking defaults that he has. My issue is more of I think that they're starting to die out, and I'm sorry, guys. I don't believe in Napoli. I don't. I don't see it. The
Yeah, I don't see it
Napoli's
with Apple either.
Napoli's best thing going is that Conte. Like that's their best attribute.
I agree. I agree on that.
You know, like there's not a
I'm
player
taking
there
my
that scares
time with
me.
the Scudetto. So I say
I don't
top
know.
4. Like second to
Reno!
4th. Scudetto.
Juve wins the
What?
Scudetto, you're coming to Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Baby. Or you guys should come
Reno.
to Vancouver. I gotta go everywhere, but nobody comes to Vancouver. Porca miseria. What? Vancouver stinks? Like, what the hell, man?
DiMarco is trash with Italy, unfortunately. Well, we don't want to mention about
No,
that.
DiMarco's a good player. Come on.
He's a good,
DiMarco's
he's a
Oh,
good
bro.
player. Yeah, come on. He's a good
Guys,
player.
Come on, Melon.
I would
Yeah,
take DiMarco tomorrow. Tomorrow I would take DiMarco.
Reno, I think he should have get you pissed
Melon.
off.
Please, don't even start with me, bro. Vancouver smells. Boy, have you been to Vancouver, you chooch? What that do, Noah? I don't want to say anything because you're from New Jersey. I got good friends from New Jersey, so I think that's it. Way.
Hey, don't worry. Hey, Melon. When you cross the Goethals Bridge from Staten Island to New Jersey, it always smells, man. It's like going to New Jersey. You
Exactly.
forget about it.
Exactly.
Seb, I'm not sure if you noticed that.
Oh,
I'm
I
not-
know.
Oh.
I know.
Oh, it's so funny. No, but no. I mean, listen. This is going to be a must-win game, you know. But hey, I hope that this Juventus can show something, you know, at least a good run to the end of the season. We really need to have a good run. There's no more excuses. We're playing 1 game a week now. We're out of all the other competitions. All we have is the Campionato. That's it. Motta needs to take more risk.
Let's
He
make
needs
it
to
fun.
take more risk.
I'm at least at the point of let's make it interesting. Let's make it interesting.
Yeah. No, exactly. And you know, that's where it comes in for Thiago Motta. You know, I mean, do you guys still see Thiago Motta staying at Juve? Because there's a lot of fans are saying that he should be out.
For me, 50-50, I should say.
It's tricky because it's
I
been
don't
1
want him
year,
out.
and he's in the top
Yeah,
3.
so-
Top 4, my bad.
Yeah.
I will pay attention. That's what you got to do the right decision if they're thinking to get rid of him. So that's I know Juventus they're not patient, but if you
I
want
think
to get to Champions League, you need to spend fucking money. That's all.
I think the real question is if he finishes top 4,
Top 4.
are we keeping him?
Yeah.
That's
That's
the
what
real
my
question.
question was.
Because
That's my
I think
question.
it's I think it's pretty obvious if he doesn't make top 4, he's gone.
Yeah.
Top
So
4 is his
my
only
question,
ammunition.
right? So it's more of if we're able to finish top 4 or top 2 or 3 or whatever, wherever we wind up finishing, I'll even put it this way: if we win the Scudetto,
He's staying.
really, I don't
Sorry,
know.
sorry, did not stay. So I don't
Saturday
know.
didn't exactly, Reno. Good
But
point.
but the thing is, Sev, it's different when it's I think Juntali in charge of that, and also there's new management involved. New
It doesn't
management
matter.
involved, Reno.
When you're under Elkan, you're his little puppet. So
Yeah,
I
I mean,
don't
there's a
know.
lot, guys. There's a lot of things at stake. Agnelli might be on his way back. That's number
I
one.
I hope so.
I hope
I
so. I
pray.
think
Which
Sev.
which
I hope
could
so.
mean a lot of things. I saw a lot of stuff in the news today about Xavi, which I don't want.
Savi? No.
Did you hear anything, Reno?
What, Savi, the coach?
Yeah.
I've heard it before, but I haven't heard any confirmation. But I don't think so. They're
But
gonna
the thing
take
is,
I don't-
him.
wait,
That's a circus. That's a circus.
wait, Sev, but with
I don't
Sarri,
mind
right?
Gasperini, but we'll see.
Yeah, wait, but Sev, with Sarri, he had Ronaldo, he had
No,
Dybala.
not
he had Chiesa.
Sarri. No, not Sarri. Xavi.
Oh, Xavi.
I've heard rumors of that
Yeah.
supposedly he's like the one waiting in the background if we fire Motta.
I'd rather have Gasperini then, and for me, Gasperini.
don't
I don't
think
I
so,
don't
man.
want Xavi. I don't want that
I don't
circus.
want. I don't want. Yeah, I don't want Xavi. No. But
We'll see what happens.
no. But to go on Sev, I was gonna mention with this when you mentioned about when Sarri got sacked, right? But I think that there was a reason because he didn't make it far in terms of Champions League with the team that he had. You know, we don't
It
have the
wasn't
same
just
players.
It
But
was
we had-
Pirlo, Allegri too. Come on.
Nah, but we had Cristiano Ronaldo though. It's different. But with
Yeah,
with
that
Allegri, we
didn't
had 3
matter.
years. Allegri, we had 3
Unfor-
years.
Yeah,
Allegri had
but
3 years.
our luck, I'm sorry, the last 6 years in Champions League, it was really bad. You can even put Zidane behind Ronaldo. We wouldn't go through. It was really bad luck the last 6 years. And we just witnessed right now, after a year not playing Champions League, we got knocked out of the playoffs. And then stupid PSV losing to Arsenal 7-1. Not please. See fucking Zakalas.
Gio, to your point
Yeah.
with Sarri, look at the team that Sarri had. That team was fucking ridiculous, bro. That team was
Well, that's what I'm
ridiculous.
saying. That's what I'm saying. He got sacked because of the team. Not just that, but he also got knocked out of because of Lyon, right? Even though he
Yeah.
won the Scudetto, but that team was. Listen, that team was already win. Like when that game happened, we were already. I think we were already clear to win the Scudetto. We were already clear. We were like 5 to 10 points with the
Yeah.
with the Scudetto.
That's
Scudetto already was
if I
done.
remember
Him.
if I remember correctly, that was Ronaldo, Dybala, Chiesa, Ufa.
No, Chiesa came.
No, Chiesa came.
Pirlo.
Yeah. No, it
Oh,
was
Chiesa's-
Higuain.
Chiesa was
Higuain.
it was Higuain. Sorry, you're right, Higuain.
Yeah,
Yep.
Higuain. It was Dybala and Ronaldo. That's what I'm saying. We don't.
Jesus Christ.
The thing is, we don't have that. We don't have that.
No,
With
no.
Pirlo, we got rid of Higuain. We got Chiesa, but I think that the team with Chiesa, we had prime. I would say incoming Euro Chiesa at the time.
Yeah, he was the best at that.
He was, but that's what I'm trying to say, Reno. That's what I'm trying to say. No wonder why they sacked Pirlo because of the team that they had at that time. Allegri comes in.
It doesn't.
We didn't
make
end up sacking him.
sense.
I know, but we didn't end up sacking him 3 years. Allegri. You know what I'm
'Cause
saying?
he was paid too much. Agnelli did a mistake by giving him 8 million. That's why.
Well,
Yeah,
that number one and
uh,
number two, Reno. I agree with you, but he didn't want. He came in with the players already here. He didn't get to sign his players. Allegri. I mean, he didn't get to sign the players he wanted. He didn't. Allegri never got along with Chiesa. Never got along with Ronaldo. Never got along with. With
Well,
Dybala,
Ronaldo
he did,
left.
but But I'm saying those weren't the players he wanted. He wasn't.
Melon, if you ever see that shit again, I'm gonna run over the New Jersey to prevent that
Oh, I
shit out
missed
you.
it. I missed it. I didn't see it.
Like it says,
Not a chance.
come on, with a
Ma
leg,
questo
guys.
è dispettoso, eh? He's very dispettoso, this kid. Mamma mia, kid, you're young. Have some respect.
Melon,
We still
behave.
suck at champions.
Behave.
There you go, Reno.
Hey, I got Severino. I got buddies from New Jersey. Don't let me hunt you down at the house.
Behave. Behave. Be nice.
Yeah, but no, but
Just kidding,
no,
man.
this guy, man. No, I mean, but with the team that we had, though, guys, with Ronaldo, for me, it made more sense to sack the coach, even if we won the Scudetto with that team. You know, we were supposed to go a little bit more
It didn't
farther
make
than we
sense
did.
anyways.
Gio, show the comment to Sev right now.
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, here you go.
Oh yeah. All right.
Oh boy.
That's it, Melon. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
He's too
Asylum.
much, man. I'm sorry. Maybe you should put
Oh,
him time
man.
out.
Yeah, hey Melon, you want to go in timeout, bro? And this guy wanted to do a kip battle, Sev.
Yeah.
Should we not do the? Let's not do a kip battle now. Nah, we got to do it like that now. No kip
Behave.
battle.
Behave. Fallo bravo. Fallo bravo.
No, but no. I mean, let's talk about Atalanta and Juve, guys. Let's talk a little bit about it. What do you think is going to happen with Juventus and Atalanta? What do you think is going to happen? Because for me,
we'll find out.
we're playing at home. I think something is going to happen with Coop Miners. Sev, I really think that something's going to happen with Coop Miners. I have a feeling that he might score against his old club. And I hope he does.
I hope so.
I hope he does because he has a point to prove. And this is it.
You guys know my stands on Coop, man. He's got a lot to prove. He looks lost out there. I have a feeling Mota's going to start him, which I don't think he should. I just don't like him. There's something about him every game that he looks like he's running around and doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. Like he's like, oh, should I be playing on the wing? Should I be playing behind this guy? Should I be playing in the middle? Should I be doing this? And then when he touches the ball, he looks nervous. I don't know. I think I've been saying this all year, Gio, on your channel, Reno on your channel. I think the guy needed to sit for like 2 or 3 games. Don't play him at all. And just let him. The same thing that they did with Dusan and Kolo. Like, you got to give the guy a reason to try.
Yeah.
He's got no competition. He's got nobody, on his back to like, hey, if you don't perform, I got this guy to do it. And I think that's what he really needs. I get it, guys. He scored against Verona yesterday. Okay, fine. But he still didn't look like the Coop Miners from last year. He didn't.
Mm.
He's had little glimpses this year, in my opinion. You guys go.
Coop Miners deserves to start against Atalanta. No, I say let him sit on the bench and let him come into the game.
I just don't get how much of a leash are we giving this guy?
Yeah.
Is it the money? Is it that Juve is worried about, we spent 60 million on this guy and all the shit that happened with him?
Yeah.
I don't like it. I want to like him so bad. Like I want to be like a fan of his so bad, but he just hasn't shown me a fucking thing all year.
Yeah. I agree. No, I 100% agree, Seth. With that, because the amount of money that we spend on this guy, we at least deserve to see some kind of consistency and reaction.
Like
There's nothing.
Even Douglas Luiz. I get it. He's been hurt. But when he plays, he's good. He's been good when he plays. This guy has nothing. There's nothing. He hit the ball off his face the other day.
Because there's a lot's going on too.
Yeah.
That's
what happened, Reno? You cut out. I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't know. The fact with Miners there, that, like you said before, everyone was playing shit. In that situation, everybody's going coconuts, and of course he had his ball hit on the face. So,
classic.
I don't know.
If a player doesn't know his position, it is the coach's fault.
I agree.
There you go.
Yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yep. Coop cannot handle the pressure. I think a lot of the players cannot handle the pressure. Not just Coop.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of players
then
that
don't
cannot
join Juventus then. Go play at the Whitecaps. Like straight up. They get all this money, then they come to Juventus, they caga sotto. What's up with that bit?
I have to say, Gio, we're talking about players about handling the pressure. I feel what amazes me is how McKinney was a player that was on the way out.
Yep.
And now you can't imagine the team without him.
But hasn't he done that every season that he was outcasted?
I mean, I feel like to this degree, like there was a point where he was really getting pushed out, and now it's like he's one of our best players. Like you need him on the pitch. Like there's a huge difference when he's not out there. And I feel it's just crazy how a player like that really like was on the way out, where there was zero future, where you didn't even know where he was going to be going, to now, like I said, it's like we need him like out there. It's an issue if he's not on the pitch for us. Like you're just like, oh my gosh, like what's going to happen?
And to piggyback off of that, that's where I think that Motta came in a little too hot and heavy with, you're not part of the project. You're not part of the project. You're not part of the project. And do you remember that, guys, in the summer? Like he was naming literally Chiesa, McKennie. At one point, I think it was Kostic, was like, none of these guys were part of the project. I think at one point Fagioli was there and all these people. And now look at McKennie. And now they want to extend McKennie. They want to do this with McKennie. But meanwhile, he's been one of our best players, like you said. We would have been lost without this guy.
I mean,
exactly. No, but the thing is, his work rate
in the pivot. He's played 3 different positions for us. I don't know. Has he played on the wing? Have they thrown him on the wing for any of the games?
I think they have.
Maybe.
I think one game.
One of the games. I think he was thrown on the wing one time. He played 4 positions for us throughout this whole
Technically,
season.
I don't know, but I have seen him on the wing.
Yeah.
In the middle of a game at some point, I've seen him on the wing. But he's played a 10. He's played a fullback. He's played an 8. He's played him and Weah really have been like all over the whole field.
Yeah, they've been pretty good. Can't complain.
Well, we knew, Seth.
No, I know, Reno. They've been good, but this guy shut him out. Like, you came into this project. You came into this club.
Presuntuoso. This is the problem with Motta. He's too talky and...
But he came into this like, hey, I was with Bologna last year, and I got them to Champions League.
No,
right?
It doesn't work
so
like
that was the hype. That was the hype about this guy, is that he's got a perfect balance of defense and offense. He's a high possession guy. He's all this thing. It's going to be different from Allegri, all this stuff. Okay, cool. But you told McKennie, 40, you're out. 40. You told Chiesa, 40, out, you're out. You told all of these guys you're out. And where would you... And then, little by little, you started to see McKennie into the training grounds during the summer. And I'm like, oh, okay. Now imagine that McKennie wasn't here. Imagine it. With all the injuries, with all this other stuff. And I'm sorry, guys. McKennie's a good fucking player.
He is.
Oh, he is, yeah.
He's got good touches. He's creative. He knows what to do. The only problem with McKennie is that he he doesn't have the balls to finish.
Yeah, I think consistently, yeah, he doesn't have the balls to really finish. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
He's
I
always
think-
looking to pass it off to somebody on a breakaway. Like he doesn't have that thing. But other than that, he's a big muscle guy in the middle of that pitch.
Yeah, I agree. I would also like to say too about you piggyback off like Motta's project when he was first coming in. I think the real thing that will, if he's still with the club for this next season, I feel like a big thing with him is that this summer they need to make the team a team and not, it can't just look like you're just randomly getting guys. Like the team has to somewhat look, has to be starting to gel and look more together.
Well, there's no
like,
chemistry. There's really no chemistry yet.
There's no
Not yet.
but I'm saying, like, I just feel like we're just picking guys here, there. Like, we're just randomly getting guys. I feel like there's no I feel like we have to get them with more of an intention and a vision behind it, where it's really like we're like, okay, we're seeing how this is formulated. I mean, if you look at the transfers throughout this year, I feel like they're just kind of like strays that we just like picked up along the way. Where it's like, yeah, hop in the back of the truck. Let's see where this goes. Like we're going to play pickup. Oh, this guy's pretty good. Let's keep him on the team. Or this guy's not. Like I feel like we need to actually do some real scouting and real signings where it's like, all right, this is going to have a real vision of panning out. It's not just we're picking a guy here and seeing how he adjusts to the team. And I feel like that's the difference between him coming in at first and wanting to send half the team out to now this year where they have to bring the right guys in where it's not
Right.
it's not looking like random strays.
Well,
that you're
I will
just
say
pulling.
this, Ange. I will say this. Juntali has done his work well.
Yeah.
Vega has been good. Even Lloyd Kelly has been good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, yesterday he was good.
In the center back role, not as a fullback,
Yeah.
as a center back. And even Costa looks pretty good.
I'll revamp it.
Yeah.
I'll say more the attack. I'll revamp it that way. I'll say yes.
Well,
I'll
yeah.
say the back. I say yes. Spot right now. He's done a good job with those. I'll say with the attack, I feel those guys there needs to be a little better pickings with. But I will agree with you guys with the back 100%. I will kind of tweak. I'll tweak my statement to that. The back with Junsley picking those guys has been good. I feel the front, there needs to be more structure when it comes to getting these guys.
Where's the link of play in the forward line? That's what my question is. Where is that link of play with the forward, with the striker? Nowhere. Barely. Colomani has shown that he could do it a little bit, but he hasn't been more consistent with that. Or we don't find Colomani as often. That's what I don't get. You know?
Yeah.
We can't when we are with the ball, with the possession, we're never going forward with it. We're usually just like in the middle, just going around or pass it back, slow motion. I'm like, come on. There needs to be some level of intensity to the game. Seriously. You know, it's too slow. Too slow for me.
I think the issue also is that Yildiz and Conceição and even Nico, and we spoke about this yesterday. I think that they're trying to do too much because they feel the pressure.
Yep.
They feel the
No,
pressure.
I think Conceição, we saw Conceição.
Yeah.
Too much dribbling. But because of what's happening with the club. Yeah, but I think because of what's happening with the club, Reno, with everything that's going on with the Curva, with how big the Juventus is as well, it's a lot of pressure.
The Curva is pathetic, man. I know.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about the Curva, Sev? I mean, it was insane what they did.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
I didn't like it.
You know the most thing that I hate about them. They give you il patentino da tifoso. They give you the license to be a fan. Like we have to be. They teach us how to be a fan. It doesn't work like that. Last year, all those guys attacking me by a bunch of people because I seen Allegri out, but nobody says anything. Then you go out. As much Motta, you may not like the guy whatsoever. Yes, I call him Mortadella whatsoever. But by calling a pezzo di merda with those chants, I'm sorry. That is not acceptable. That is way too far.
Yeah.
You know.
Well said,
But,
Reno.
Where was the società? Where was the società? Where's Selka? At least Agnelli kicked these guys out. You know.
They didn't do that. The Curva never did it when Agnelli was playing this bad, or even worse, right? They never did it.
If you remember, Agnelli did not put him on for a long time when Agnelli was around.
I know, but there was never
Allegri,
anything about Allegri. Did nothing about Allegri, this and that.
No, that's what I just said.
Yeah. Nothing. That's what I'm trying to say too. It's just
I don't know. These guys
didn't understand.
They should go to work. Straight up.
Yeah.
No, straight up, Severino.
No, you're right. I agree with you 100%.
The Ultras with Inter, with Milan, for me, they got it's too much, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree. Reno, I've said it a million times. These guys all need to get jobs because they have way too much time on their hand. And hey, look, do they have a right to do what they did? 100%. But I think they took it too far, and I don't like the way it makes Juventus look.
Yeah.
Juventus, bro. Like, this is Juventus.
Yeah.
And when you
go to Torino, complain about the players that they're walking around this and that, like, go to work. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
Pathetic. That was last year.
Yeah. Well, alrighty, guys. I think that we covered a lot of things. I mean, Seth, anything else you guys want to add? Reno, Angelo, anything else you want to add?
Let's bring it, and everybody remember that the game is actually an hour later because the time changed, so it's 3:45.
3:45. Mean. Wow.
45.
Oh wow, I gotta remember that now.
It's much later. I'm trying to think what else. No, that's about it. I mean, guys, we win this game on Sunday, and we're in third place. You know, like it's that simple.
Yep. So let's go, everybody.
Andiamo.
Yeah, no. Guys, thank you for joining us, well, Sev. Of course, always a pleasure. You know, Reno, of course, me and you always are gonna do shows together. My friend, my paisano, Angelo, of course, my best friend. Always gonna have you on the channel, man.
Subscribe to my channel,
go.
guys. Don't forget.
Yeah,
guys, everybody,
let's go.
Everybody, like and subscribe to Gio. Like and subscribe to Reno. Like and subscribe to AJC. Like Giuseppe Canada Worldwide. Another one. Guys, let's all be a brotherhood here, and let's fucking win this shit, bro. Let's
go. Andiamo. Let's go. Andiamo. Come on, Reno. Come on. Let's go. I want to see a little bit of fight. Andiamo. Right? Well, all right, everybody. You know, you heard them.
Fino
alla fine. Forza Juventus. Ciao tutti. Ciao, everybody. Ciao, guys.
This is a Russ production.